Welcome to FutureVehicles, your go-to destination for everything about tomorrow's transport. Today, in this video, we're diving into a short but detailed interior review of the Ashok Leyland Stile 2025, a name that's making waves in the light commercial vehicle space, not only for its refreshed performance but also for the kind of practicality it delivers from the inside out. Let's start by talking about first impressions when you step into the Stile 2025. This isn't your regular commercial vehicle. Ashok Leyland has made significant strides in elevating the overall cabin experience. Once you open the wide doors and get inside, the cabin welcomes you with a layout that's surprisingly refined for a vehicle in its category. You immediately notice the effort that has gone into making the space more car-like, which is especially important for fleet drivers and businesses aiming for comfort without compromising functionality. The dashboard is straightforward and well-designed. While it's primarily built for utility, there's a noticeable improvement in material quality. The plastic finish has been upgraded. It's not soft touch by any means, but it doesn't feel cheap either. The controls are laid out intuitively, and the ergonomics are on point. Every button and switch seems within easy reach of the driver, and that's a key plus for commercial usage where ease of access means better focus on the road. The Stile 2025 comes with a dual-tone color scheme that adds some life to the otherwise simple cabin. Ashok Leyland hasn't gone overboard with flashy elements, and that's a good thing. Instead, they've focused on practicality. The instrument cluster is basic but informative, offering all the necessary readouts like speed, fuel level, odometer, and trip information. It's clean, legible, and doesn't distract from the driving experience. One of the big highlights is the seating configuration. The Ashok Leyland Stile 2025 offers flexible seating for 7 to 8 passengers, depending on the variant. Whether you're using it as a passenger van, a fleet transport solution, or for cargo with foldable rear seats, the interior adapts quite well. The seats themselves are decently cushioned. They're not luxurious, but they strike the right balance between comfort and durability, which is crucial for long working hours and rough urban usage. Up front, the driver gets a commanding view of the road. The elevated seating position, combined with large windshield area and slim A-pillars, ensures excellent visibility. This is particularly useful for city driving and navigating tight spaces. The driving seat is adjustable, and while it lacks advanced features like lumbar support or power adjust, it covers the basics well. The co-driver seat also has decent legroom, which is a bonus in a segment where passenger comfort is often an afterthought. Now, moving to the middle and rear rows, the story continues with space and functionality. The middle bench seat is broad enough to comfortably accommodate 2 to 3 passengers, depending on their build. What stands out here is the headroom and legroom. It's genuinely spacious. Even taller passengers won't find themselves cramped, and the big windows on either side provide an airy, open feeling inside the cabin. Rear air conditioning vents are available in the higher variants, and they do a good job of maintaining cabin temperature even on hot days, which is a major plus for anyone considering this vehicle for passenger transport services. The rearmost row isn't an afterthought either. Often the third row in vans can feel like a punishment seat, but in the Stile 2025 there's decent space back there too. It's still best for short trips or children if you're planning long-distance travel, but it's usable and practical. The foldable nature of the last row also allows you to convert the vehicle into a semi-cargo van when needed. That flexibility is where the Stile really shines. It's built to serve multiple purposes without compromising on core comfort. Let's also talk a little about storage spaces. Inside the cabin, there are enough cubby holes and compartments to keep things organized. There's a decent-sized glove box, door pockets that can hold water bottles and small documents, and a couple of utility trays near the dashboard area. You also get a small storage compartment between the driver and co-driver seat in some variants, which is handy for storing tools, gadgets, or even snacks during a long day on the road. In terms of technology and infotainment, Ashok Leyland has kept things simple but functional. Depending on the variant, you get a basic infotainment system with USB and Bluetooth connectivity. It's not a full-blown touchscreen system with advanced smartphone integration, but it does the job for calls and music on the go. There are also speakers integrated in the front and optional rear speakers available. The sound quality isn't exceptional, but it's adequate for the kind of audience this vehicle targets. Air conditioning is another area where the Stile 2025 doesn't disappoint. Even the base variants come equipped with front AC, and the higher trims offer dual-zone AC for rear passengers as well. The cooling efficiency is surprisingly good. For a vehicle that may be loaded with passengers or cargo, maintaining an even cabin temperature is important, and the Stile handles that well. Noise insulation is also improved compared to earlier models. While you do get engine noise creeping in, especially when revving hard, the overall NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness levels are acceptable. Ashok Leyland has clearly put effort into refining the soundproofing around the engine bay and firewall area. For drivers who spend long hours inside, this makes a big difference in reducing fatigue. Safety inside the cabin has been given attention as well. While it's not packed with high-tech safety features, the basics are covered. You get seat belts for all rows, ABS on select variants, and a reinforced body shell that provides structural integrity in case of impact. There are no airbags on the base trims, but the higher trims do include driver-side airbags as standard. Again, for a commercial people mover in this segment, this is quite competitive. Cabin lighting is simple but effective. There are dome lights for each row, and they provide enough illumination for nighttime entry or when passengers need to check their belongings in the dark. There's also a light in the boot area, which comes in handy during cargo loading or unloading at night. Another thing worth mentioning is the floor design. The flat floor in the middle and rear rows allows easy movement within the cabin. This is especially useful in a passenger transport context, where passengers frequently get in and out. The entry height is also manageable for elderly passengers, and Ashok Leyland has included grab handles at appropriate spots for added support. The overall impression the Ashok Leyland Stile 2025 gives from the inside is that of a vehicle built with purpose. It's not trying to be flashy or luxurious, it's built to serve. It's built for the long haul, for the driver who spends 8 hours a day behind the wheel, for the business that needs a reliable and comfortable way to move people or light cargo. It gets the job done without unnecessary frills, and that's precisely what gives it value. Whether you're a fleet operator, a small business owner, or someone looking for a no-nonsense people carrier, the interior of the Ashok Leyland Stile 2025 ticks a lot of the right boxes. It's comfortable enough to keep passengers happy, functional enough to support long workdays, and simple enough to maintain without hassle. And that's where it truly finds its strength. Not in chasing luxury, but in delivering lasting utility, with just the right touch of comfort. Thanks for watching Future Vehicles. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon for more reviews, insights, and updates on what's driving the future forward. See you in the next one.